he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Bradford on second down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The play fake. Bradford. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now it's a bootleg with Bradford. And Anderson's got it. Give him 9 there on a first down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Bradford again. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On play action, Bradford. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play action now. Bradford. Flushed out right. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 20. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, hello, my name is Mike.
He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2nd down, Bradford. Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. and they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Third and short yardage. Bradford found his target. It's Anderson. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They go with a fullback line, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make our score 9-0. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now it's Ajayi. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The swing pass caught. And he's brought down after a good game. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw on second down. Bradford. Now a hit and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. And the Dolphins have got it. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They find some open field here. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Bradford. Now they go screen. It's complete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Looking to throw on second down. Bradford. And he fends him off. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Andre Branch in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in. And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week. Excellent focus.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run with a jive. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
So after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
This is a jive. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Here's a jive. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And now here's a carry heading left. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a toss play. It's a jive. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd down, goal to go from the 6. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the I. They'll try to run with a J. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. Now the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Jets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. A play fake. Bradford escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
1st down, Bradford. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. And he is knocked down from the side. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. Off the bootleg. Bradford. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. So Sam Bradford forced to leave this ball game. And coming in to take his place is the former Baylor Bear, Bryce Petty. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Shift together here from the D-line. Petty now. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. So they're going to go for 2.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
is Petty. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now back to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. A 1st down throw for Bradford. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
All right, here we go. Green, Detroit, Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They run for it with Ajayi. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off.
It's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Give. This is a fullback Gronkowski. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now a handoff looking right. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Now it's the fullback's turn, Gronkowski. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it would appear the Jets are going to win this football game. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Forte. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to close ball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jets, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.